Okay, so I'm recording the session, so let me start with the Streamlit installation process. So if you want to install Streamlit, so first of all, you will have to open your Anaconda prompt. So click on the search part here, then search for Anaconda prompt. So here we have the Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So I will open that. Then what I will do is I will run pip install Streamlit. Then I will click on enter, then the Streamlit library will be installed for me. So this will take a while depending on your internet connection speed. Yep. And depending on how fast your PC is. So the code for installing Streamlit is pip install Streamlit. Okay, so you use that to install the Streamlit library into your PC. So once Streamlit has been installed, you can run Streamlit to confirm it has been installed. So if you get no output, or if your Anaconda prompt says Streamlit is not an internal command or not known, then no, Streamlit hasn't been installed yet. Yeah, so for me, you can see Streamlit has been installed. So we will start with a demo app. And to see the demo app, we can run Streamlit hello. So this will create for us the demo app, which we can interact with and see how Streamlit works. So let's see that. So this is our demo Streamlit app, and you can see it's running on localhost. So meaning it's running internally on my machine. Okay, so here you can see some introductory text. So welcome to Streamlit. Streamlit is an open source app framework built specifically for machine learning and data science projects. So select a demo from the sidebar to see the example. So let's do that. So on the sidebar, we have demos. So for example, we can see the animation demo. So this is the animation demo. So this app shows you how you can use Streamlit to build cool animations. So it displays an animated fractal based on the Julia set. So the user use the slider to tune different parameters. Okay. So this is the demo app running. So let's see the second demo app. So we have plotting demo. So we have this demo app where we can create plots. So you see what's happening. Then mapping demo. So here we can get like a map. I don't know. So let's see what the demo shows. So there are different cool things you can do with Streamlit. And the good part is you only have to work on your Python code and never stress yourself on the front end part. So the front end part will be sorted by Streamlit. Okay, so this is the code for the map, and this is the map that we are getting. So it's a 3D map, I believe. Yeah. Then let's check our last example, the data frame demo. So the demo shows you how to use st.write to visualize pandas data frames. So courtesy of the UN Data Explorer. So you can check things like that. So this is our demo data frame being shown on our web app, and this is a map, and here we have a code for that. Okay. Yeah, so you can copy this code, run it on your side, and see what happens. So the next thing we need to do, so after we've seen our demo app, so we can kill this demo app. So we will just have to click on Control C on our keyboard. So ctrl plus C to kill the terminal and ensure nothing is running. Okay. So then I'll clear this. So yeah, then we can start the creation of our demo app. So an app that will show you how you can create your Streamlit apps. So I will go to my desktop, so cd desktop. Okay, then I'm at my desktop. So what I will do here is on my desktop, I will create a new app, and the new app, I will create a new file. So I will click on new text document, then I will name it as app.py. So let me have this as a small letter, app.py. So you will have to change the file name extension to be a .py file. Then I will click on yes. So here we have a .py file. Then I will open this .py file onto my code editor. So I will open it using my VS Code. So let me do that. And then in here, I'm going to edit my file and add some codes into it. Okay, so here you can see the path. So it's C users HP desktop. Then on my terminal we have C users HP desktop. So we are on the same path. Then the next thing I will do is I will import Streamlit. So maybe I can add comments here. So a demo Streamlit app. Okay. So this is not trusted. Then I'll have to trust it again. Then let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I guess that should be okay, but let me do a second zoom in. Okay, so there we go. So I will start by importing libraries. So I will have import libraries here. Then I will have import Streamlit as st. Then the next thing I will do is I'm going to create my app title. Okay, so to create the title, you just have to type in st.title. Okay, then the title for me will be October batch 1, October batch 1 demo app. Then I'm going to save. So I've saved the file and changes have been reflected there. So for you to edit the app.py file, you can use any code editor. Okay, so let's run our Streamlit app and see what we get. So to run this app.py file, so I'm going to type in Streamlit run app.py. Then let's see what we are going to get. So this is going to create a link that will be opened onto my web browser, and it will be showing things that I'm typing into my app. So here you can see we have our app. So with just 3 lines of code, but basically not 3 lines of code, but just these 2 lines of code, we have an output on our website. So October batch 1 demo app. Okay, so let me close this, then we can see what we have on my notes here. Okay, so here we have displaying information in Streamlit. So there are different kinds of informations we can display. So the first thing I've shown you is the title. So to display the title, you just have to type in st.title. Then another thing you can include is the headers. So you just type in st.header. So we've included our title in the web app. So let's go ahead and include a header. Okay, so the header here will be st.header. Then I'm going to type a section part. So exploratory data analysis. Then st.subheader. So we have the header, then we have the subheader. So for the subheader part, I'm going to say something like the summary statistics. Then I'm going to save this. So once I save that and I go back to my website and check my Streamlit app, you can see source file changed. So rerun, always rerun. So I will click on always rerun so that when I make changes to my web app, we can see the changes being displayed onto my website immediately. So let me reset the zoom here. Yeah, then we can proceed. So these are the different kinds of information we can display. So for the two main ones we have here is the title and the heading. So we have heading, you can type in mathematical equations. So for example, if I copy these, let's see what we will get. So if I paste in that and save my file, then open my web app, you can see we have our math equation being displayed at the front end of our app. Okay, so that's for math equations. We have captions and all that. So you can go through the theory part and understand what each part means. So I'm going to delete this math equation here because it's not important in our case. Then let's head over to the second part, which is displaying data. I know the data part is more important for us than any other thing. So the first thing we can display is a metric. Yeah. And a metric, what does it say here? If we have just a single number to show as a key metric, we use the st.metric method. So there is a delta option to show whether the metric increases or decreases. So the delta option here will show you if a metric increases or decreases. So let's have an example. So here we can have st.metric, then the label for the metric, so something like velocity in kilometers per hour, then the value itself, then the delta value. So is it increasing? So here the delta is showing that our velocity is decreasing by -2. So if I save this, then I check my web app, you can see what is being shown here. So we have velocity in kilometers per hour 75.4, then decreasing by -2. So what if we change this to maybe 10? Instead of -2 we have +10, and so I've changed that and I've rerun my file. So here you can see it's showing that the metric is increasing by 10, the velocity in kilometers per hour, so things like that. So that's for the metric. Then we have for the displaying of data frames. So let's copy this. So we will have to import the pandas library again. So this is just from the basic parts. So I will include the part for importing the pandas library. Then I'll remove this part here. Then I'm going to say this. So display data frame. Okay, so I'll copy this code from our notes here for the creation of our sample DF. Then I'm going to paste it here. So I believe from the basics class part you understand what I'm doing here. So we are creating our sample data, and this is a dictionary, and the dictionary has only a single column, so mammals. So maybe I can add a second column and call it maybe birds. Then we can also add a third column, maybe call it reptiles. And lastly, we can add our fourth column and call it amphibians, so something like that. And this will be our sample data. Then we are going to convert this sample data, which is a dictionary, to being a data frame, so using df being equal to pd.dataFrame. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to display the actual data frame, and the code that we use is this, so st.dataFrame. So you can see it's simply easy. So what you have to do, so instead of us typing in df.head, right, so we just type in st.dataFrame, then we specify our data frame name. So let me save that, then open my web app, and then you are going to see the data frame that I've created. So you can see the data frame is being displayed here. Okay. Yeah, so any questions so far on what we've covered? So I believe the most essential part that you need to understand is how to make this app run. So let me kill this, then close my terminal. So here you can see it's saying connecting. So if I reload this page, you'll see my web app will not work. So you can see it's saying can't reach this page. So how do we display the web app that I've been running? So first of all, we'll have to know the location of our app.py file. So for mine, it's on my desktop. So the first thing I need to do is I need to open my Anaconda prompt. So I will open my Anaconda PowerShell prompt. Then the second thing I need to check is Streamlit installed into my system or not? So we are going to check that by running Streamlit. Then I can click on enter. So here you can see Streamlit has been installed. So I can clear this. So for you, if Streamlit has not been installed, so what do you do? So you just type in pip install Streamlit, and this will install Streamlit for you. So after you've typed in pip install Streamlit, you'll just have to click enter. Okay, so Streamlit has been installed for me. So I can clear that. Then the next thing I need to do is I need to open the file path where my app.py file has been stored. So mine is on the desktop. So I will type in here cd desktop. If I had stored it in another folder, for example, the codes folder, so I would have to type in cd codes again. Okay, but for me, it's not in the codes folder. So I will clear this. So now I'm on my desktop. So if I want to run the file itself and see the output on my website, so what will I do? So I will type in streamlit run app.py. Then remember, so I'm going to add just some few words here. The app.py file, the app.py file name can be any other name. So for example, you can have something like main.py instead of app.py. So things like that. So you will have to consider that the next time you are running it. Then I can click on enter, and let's wait and see what will happen. Okay, and here you can see we now have our web app. And for the web app, we've created the title. And what's the code being used to show us the title? So let me split my screen. So this is the code part for the title generation. So us just typing in st.title. Okay, then this is the header. So we type in st.header. Then this is the subheader. We type in st.subheader. Then the next thing we do is we create our sample data. Then we create our data frame. Then to display the data frame, we type in st.dataframe. Then on this side, we can see the actual data frame. Okay, so basically that's all for the Streamlit apps. So the next thing we can check is a table. So a table is same as the data frame part. So let's see. So we can type in st.table, then df. Then I can save. Then we can check our file and see the difference between our data frame and table. So I will click on always rerun, and here you can see the difference between a data frame and a table. So the data frame is kind of squeezed, but the table occupies the whole width of your website. So if I open this in full view, you can see the table is kind of big and the data frame is kind of small. So you will just have to try these things and see which one looks better for you. Okay, any questions so far?
Joseph,
Yes, yes.
how do I access the demo apps after
Uh,
downloading
After
Streamlit?
installing Streamlit.
Yes.
Okay, so I will open a new tab here. So after installing Streamlit, you just have to type in Streamlit, then hello, and you can access the demo apps.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you now have Streamlit installed in your system, right?
Yes, I already installed it.
Okay, so if you have Streamlit installed, then you are good to go. Yeah, so that's the table. Then the next thing you can do is you can display JSON files, and let's copy that and see. So basically, I believe you won't have a need to display JSON files, but yeah, that's all. So I'll save that, then I'll check my web app and see. So this is the JSON file being displayed here. Yeah, so I think we can maybe stop there for today. So I'll share this app.py file with you guys, or instead of me sharing it, let me upload it here online in the notes part. So what I'll do is I'll create a Streamlit app. Then what I'll do is I'll just here I'll add some file.
Excuse me, Joseph.
Yes.
So I'll need to create an account with Streamlit.
No, you don't have to create an account with Streamlit. So if you want to
Because
create so for you to create an account is for just the deployment part. So instead of you like seeing your app locally, you can see it online.
oh no, what I mean is
Yes.
they're asking for my email,
Now you can just
and I don't know,
you can
or
use
is
any
it necessary?
you can use any email. So it's you can use any email.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's for feedback purposes only. So I've uploaded the app.py
Okay.
file online, so you can download it from the notes part instead of me sharing the file on WhatsApp, which is kind of tiresome. Then you can try run this file. Yeah, so what I want you guys to do is try these 4 sections here. Then once you've tried the 4 sections and seen it's working for you, then we can proceed on and advanced from just displaying data frames and what we have here to running full machine learning models on Streamlit. Okay, and I think that
Joseph,
will be for this week. Yes, Samali.
could you please re-echo the part of accessing the desktop app?
Okay. So we are here, right? So let me close my PowerShell completely. So I will go to my search part here, then I will search for Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So once I've opened my Anaconda PowerShell prompt, so I will first check my file path. So here we have C users HP. So what I do to open my desktop path, so I just type in cd then desktop. Okay, and if you want to see like all the paths that you can open, you can type in ls. So if I type in ls, you can see all the file paths here. So we have .android cache, we have contracts, day trading for beginners, desktop. So we have all these paths. So my path of interest is the desktop path here. So I'll click on clear, then I'll type in cd desktop. So you just have to type in cd then desktop, then I can click on enter. So now we are on our desktop. Okay, then I can clear that. So on my desktop, if I type in ls, these are the directories that I have. So let me clear that. Since we will be working with the desktop directory, I will run my Streamlit app now. So I will type in Streamlit, then run, then app.py. Then I can click on enter, and this will run the app.py file. So is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Thank
so I
you.
think maybe you can try it. So create different file names and run them and see if it works for you. Okay.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so I think we can stop there for today so that you guys can go ahead and try running your Streamlit apps. Then tomorrow we will proceed on from where we've left off. Is that okay?
Okay, Joseph.
Yes.
Second project
Yeah.
that you had sent,
Yes.
I've already written the code, but I've been very